Have you ever felt like your life is a script written by someone else, that you're merely acting out a role that wasn't your choice? What if I told you that the life you're experiencing right now isn't set in stone, that you have the power to rewrite it, but that this knowledge has been deliberately hidden from you? There's a powerful prayer buried within Neville Goddard's teachings that they don't want you to know about. This isn't just another self-help technique. It's a key, a secret code that unlocks the very fabric of reality itself. And for reasons we'll explore today, this secret has been kept from the masses. They don't want you to know that you hold the power to mold your world. They don't want you to understand the true extent of your creative potential. This isn't some new age philosophy. This is ancient wisdom that has been rediscovered by Neville Goddard, a man who dedicated his life to understanding the power of belief and its ability to shape reality. He didn't create these ideas, he simply rediscovered them, much like an archaeologist unearthing forgotten knowledge. And this knowledge, this banned prayer, holds the key to understanding your true power. The stakes here are far greater than you might realize. This isn't just about manifesting a new car or a bigger house. This is about reclaiming your birthright to be the author of your own life. For far too long, we've been told that external forces dictate our destiny, that we're at the mercy of circumstances outside our control. But what if that were a lie? What if the world you see is nothing more than a reflection of your inner beliefs, a mirror of your own subconscious assumptions? This is the knowledge that they have suppressed. This is why they don't want you to know this prayer, because it gives you the ability to break free from the limitations that have been placed on you. This isn't just about personal freedom. It's about changing the course of your entire life, and maybe even the world around you. Imagine a world where everyone understood their power, a world where we were not victims of outside forces, but conscious creators of our own experience. This banned prayer is one of the many hidden keys to unlock this. This is not a simple, surface-level change. It's a shift in perception that will alter how you understand reality itself. It's about recognizing that your inner world dictates your outer world, and not the other way around. They don't want you to know that you have the power to bend reality to your will. This journey begins with understanding the law of assumption, a principle that Neville taught throughout his life. This concept is deceptively simple, yet incredibly profound. Your beliefs, whether conscious or unconscious, shape your reality. If you believe you're destined for failure, you will create circumstances that affirm that belief. Conversely, if you assume success and abundance, your world will begin to reflect that inner assumption. This isn't mere positive thinking. It's about reprogramming your subconscious mind, which is the true architect of your life. This is why they do not want you to know this. They do not want you to realize that the subconscious is the ultimate creator. One of the most effective ways to reprogram the subconscious is by accessing a state akin to sleep, SATS, a state where the conscious mind quiets down and the subconscious becomes more receptive to new information. This state akin to sleep is where the real work happens. It is where the banned prayer becomes effective. This is how the prayer bypasses the limitations of our conscious mind. It's about planting new seeds, new beliefs, into the fertile ground of the subconscious. We'll explore this in detail and see how this banned prayer is specifically designed to take full advantage of this powerful state of mind. But what if I told you that the kingdom of heaven isn't some far-off place, but rather it exists within you? As the Bible states, the power of the word is the very same concept behind this banned prayer, the power to shape your reality with your mind, intentions, and words. What if you've been taught to look for power outside yourself, when the truth is that your greatest strength lies within? And what if the banned prayer is the key to unlock this inner kingdom? The prayer itself is simple, yet its simplicity is deceptive. It's not just about the words you repeat, it's about the feeling and intention behind those words. It's about embodying the state of already having what you desire. They don't want you to know that the signs of your inner transformation are everywhere. They're constantly showing up in your reality. But you must first know what to look for. You must develop the eyes to see them. By the end of this video, you'll not only know this band prayer, you'll also understand why it's so powerful and how to use it to create the life you truly desire. Stay with me, because this will blow your mind. So, you see how the signs of your inner transformation are always showing up in your reality. Well, let's dive deeper into Neville Goddard's unique perspective and how he turned traditional understanding on its head, and how this band prayer fits into his teachings. Neville didn't just teach, he revealed. He saw the Bible not as a historical document, but as a psychological guide, a manual for mastering your inner world. He reinterpreted well-known stories, revealing how they relate to the power of our own consciousness. Take, for example, the story of the prodigal son. Most understand this as a tale of repentance and forgiveness, but Neville saw it as an allegory for the human mind. The son represents our conscious awareness, which wanders and gets lost in the external world, while the father symbolizes the subconscious, a source of unconditional love and abundance that always awaits our return. The return is the shifting of awareness back to your inner world, where all power resides. He also interpreted the concept of heaven, not as a place we go after death, but as a state of mind we can enter here and now by shifting our focus inward to our subconscious. He taught that we have this inner kingdom within us, and that this is how we create our reality. This idea of the inner world creating the outer world is the fundamental principle behind Neville's teachings, and one of the main reasons why they don't want you to know this. Because if you understood that your inner state is what creates your outer reality, you'd realize that you don't need anyone to tell you what to believe. And this is where the subconscious mind comes in, the key to all of this. The subconscious mind, unlike the conscious mind, does not judge or resist. It simply accepts what is impressed upon it through repetition, feeling, and visualization, which is why this band prayer is so effective when done in the state akin to sleep. Imagine your conscious mind as the gatekeeper, always questioning, always analyzing. Now, picture the subconscious as fertile soil, ready to receive any seed that is planted, whether good or bad. Whatever you impress upon the subconscious becomes your reality. This is why those who are unaware often find themselves stuck in cycles of negativity. It's because they are unknowingly programming their subconscious with fear, doubt, and limitation, constantly reinforcing the negative beliefs they hold about themselves and the world. They do not realize that these beliefs are not objective truth, but merely the result of the patterns that have been planted in their subconscious. They do not realize that their reality is simply a reflection of their inner world. The state akin to sleep is so powerful because it allows you to bypass the critical conscious mind and directly program your subconscious. It's in this liminal space between wakefulness and sleep that your subconscious is most open to suggestion. And they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to be able to directly reprogram your subconscious, because if you could, you'd be truly free. This is why the band prayer is so effective. It is specifically designed to impress the subconscious during this powerful state, allowing for deep and lasting change. Visualization, another key tool, is not about just seeing a picture in your mind, but about fully immersing yourself in the experience of already having your desire. This is because the subconscious cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So, if you can truly feel the joy, the gratitude, and the peace that comes with your desired outcome, you are effectively programming your subconscious to create that reality. This goes beyond simply thinking about what you want. It involves using all 5 senses, creating a multisensory experience in your mind. For example, if you desire a loving relationship, don't just see yourself with your partner, but feel the warmth of their touch, hear their laughter, smell their perfume, and even taste the sweetness of their kiss. The more vivid and detailed the visualization, the deeper the impression on your subconscious, which is why this method works so well when combined with the band prayer in the state akin to sleep. This is like planting a seed in the fertile ground of your subconscious, and by using all of your senses, you are making that seed stronger, making it more likely to manifest in your physical reality. They don't want you to know that this is all that it takes to bend reality to your will. They want to keep you focused on the external world and not realize the vast power that is found within. And you see, this is the heart of the matter. They don't want you to realize that you have the power to control your subconscious. The knowledge that your inner world shapes your outer world is a threat to the status quo. Many institutions benefit from people remaining unaware of their true potential. If you understood that you have the power to reprogram your subconscious, you'd no longer be dependent on external authorities for validation or permission. You'd become the master of your own destiny, and that's precisely what they want to prevent. This isn't about blaming anyone, but simply recognizing the systems that are in place to keep us disempowered. It's about waking up to the truth that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but a creator of your own reality. They want you to focus on the symptoms, not the cause, and the cause is always an inner state. They want you to think that your happiness comes from external achievements, when in fact, true happiness comes from within. This band prayer is designed to help you bypass all of this and take direct control of your inner world, which in turn gives you control over your outer world. So, are you ready to learn what this prayer is? Are you ready to finally take back the power that has been kept from you? Then let's move forward, because this is where the real magic begins. Now, let's begin to unveil the band prayer, not as a magical incantation, but as a tool for accessing the power of your subconscious, as a set of simple phrases designed to reprogram your beliefs and align you with your desired reality. This prayer is not some secret ritual, it's a carefully constructed set of affirmations that target the core limiting beliefs and instill new, empowering ones. It is designed to work in harmony with your subconscious, and this process, when done with intention and feeling, is incredibly powerful. But here's the catch, it's not just about the words themselves. It's about the emotional intention behind those words. The words are the vehicle, but the feeling is the fuel that drives the manifestation. And because most people only focus on the vehicle, they miss out on the power that lies within the feeling. It's also crucial to understand that this prayer is not a quick fix or a magic spell, but a way of actively aligning with the state of already having what you desire. It's a tool, a method, to impress your subconscious with a new set of beliefs. And as we already know, your subconscious will turn those beliefs into reality. The words themselves are designed to impress this new reality into your subconscious, which is why consistent use is so essential. They don't want you to understand that the power is not in some external ritual, but within the consistent application of these simple words, because this would show you just how powerful you really are. So let's take this prayer apart. Let's look at the individual components and see how they work together. Each phrase is specifically designed to target and release the limiting beliefs and to instill positive expectations. It begins with acknowledging the present reality, but then it moves into affirming the desired state as if it already exists, which is critical for manifestation. It starts with the phrase, "I am grateful for." This is not just a statement, but a powerful act of gratitude, which shifts your energy into a higher vibration. This also makes you acknowledge that you have what you desire, which bypasses the lack mentality that most people carry around with them, which is one of the biggest reasons they do not see results. The prayer then moves into, "I am now experiencing," which is a direct affirmation of your desired state. By using the present tense, you're not just hoping for something in the future, but you are declaring that it's already here. You are planting the seed of your desire into the fertile ground of your subconscious, and because the subconscious cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined, it begins to accept this as your reality. The prayer also includes phrases like, "I am worthy of," and "I am capable of." These statements are specifically designed to counteract common limiting beliefs that most of us have. These are the core beliefs that keep us from achieving our goals. So by targeting these beliefs directly, you are creating new neural pathways in your mind, pathways of worthiness and capability. Each phrase builds on the previous one, creating a powerful affirmation that is designed to be repeated over and over again. The power is not in the words themselves, but in your intention and feeling as you repeat them. And this brings us to the importance of feeling. The words of the prayer are like the notes on a musical score, but the feeling is the emotion, the soul that brings the music to life. It's not enough to simply repeat the words mechanically. You must embody the feeling of already having your desire. When you say, "I am grateful for," truly feel that gratitude as if your desire has already been manifested. When you affirm, "I am now experiencing," visualize yourself in that state, experiencing it in real time with all 5 senses. This is the secret, the key that most people miss. They focus on the words, they do the rituals, but they don't truly feel the emotion, and therefore they do not see results. And this is what they rely on. They rely on you to only understand the surface level, so that you do not realize how powerful your inner world truly is. The emotional state accompanying the prayer acts as a magnet, drawing your desired reality into the physical world. And this is also why fear can sabotage the process. Fear is a powerful emotion, and if you are repeating these phrases with an underlying feeling of doubt or fear, you are effectively canceling out the positive intention of the prayer. This is why so many people do not see results, because they are unconsciously holding onto the very beliefs that they are trying to release. They may say the words, but they do not believe them, they do not embody them. It's like trying to plant a seed in a barren field. It simply won't grow. The fear is stronger than the prayer, so the fear is what is manifested in your reality. Now let's look at how this prayer ties into some of the ancient spiritual traditions, and how these core concepts of faith and belief have existed for thousands of years. It's no accident that so many traditions emphasize the power of the word, the power of belief, and the importance of faith. The Bible, for instance, speaks of the power of the word and believing as key elements in manifesting our desires. But these are not instructions, rather, they are a reflection of how the subconscious actually operates. When the Bible says, "Ask and you shall receive," it's not talking about simply asking a higher power, but it's referring to the power of your own inner world to create your reality. Neville himself often reinterpreted biblical passages through this lens, highlighting the psychological principles that are hidden within. He saw these stories as not just historical accounts, but as metaphors for the power of consciousness. The kingdom of God within is not just some abstract concept, but a practical guide for mastering your own reality. It's about realizing that the power to create your life is not somewhere else, it is within you. They don't want you to know this. They would rather you look to external sources for guidance instead of realizing the power you hold inside. And this prayer is one of the many keys to accessing that power. The true magic lies not in the words themselves, but in the realization that your own consciousness is the ultimate creator. Now let's go deeper into the state akin to sleep, or SATS, and its connection to the subconscious mind. This state is not just a time when you're drifting off, but a powerful portal to access your subconscious. When you're awake, your brain is in a beta state, highly analytical and critical, but as you drift into sleep, your brain waves begin to slow down, moving into an alpha state, and then finally into a theta state. This theta state is where the magic happens. This is when your subconscious is most receptive to suggestion. It's like a fertile field, ready to receive the seeds of your desires, and this is the ideal time to use the prayer. It's during this time that the critical part of your conscious mind quiets down, allowing the prayer to go directly to the subconscious. Think of it as bypassing the gatekeeper and speaking directly to the creator within you. And here's the thing, you don't have to be asleep for this to work. You simply need to access this theta brainwave state, the state where you are in between awake and asleep, and it is in this space that the subconscious is most active. They don't want you to know that you have the ability to access this powerful state, because it's in this state that you become the master of your subconscious, and therefore the master of your reality. This band prayer is specifically designed to be used in this liminal space, allowing for direct and powerful programming of the subconscious. And this brings us to the specific techniques for using visualization within the state akin to sleep, a method that multiplies the power of the prayer exponentially. It's not enough to just visualize vaguely. You must engage all 5 senses, creating a vivid and detailed mental experience. See yourself in the situation you desire, feel the emotions, hear the sounds, smell the aromas, taste the flavors. It's about stepping into the reality of your desire as if it's already here. The goal is not to hope that it happens, but to assume that it has already taken place, that you are already living in that reality, and your subconscious will reflect that assumption in your physical world. During the SATS state, your subconscious is more receptive to these vivid images, allowing them to bypass the conscious mind and sink deep within. This is the power of combining both the prayer and the visualization. They work in synergy, each amplifying the power of the other. When you repeat the prayer with intention and then immediately visualize your desired outcome with all 5 senses, you're not just affirming your desire, you're experiencing it, and the subconscious cannot tell the difference. This is the most powerful way to impress new beliefs, and therefore a new reality. They don't want you to know that you can use this method to bypass the limitations of your conscious mind and access the unlimited power of your subconscious. So now that you understand how the band prayer works and how visualization amplifies its power during the state akin to sleep, let's look at how these 2 powerful methods can work together to rapidly reprogram your subconscious mind. Using the prayer in the state akin to sleep combines both the power of the spoken word and the power of visual imagery. Think of the prayer as a verbal visualization, a set of phrases that paints a picture of your desired reality. And when you repeat this prayer in a relaxed state, you're allowing the words to go deeper into the subconscious, bypassing the conscious mind's resistance. This state is like a soft, fertile ground, ready to receive the seeds of your desire. And then, when you immediately follow this with the visualization, you're not just saying the words, you're experiencing the reality of your desires, further solidifying them in your subconscious. It is the combination of both the verbal affirmations and the multisensory visualization that makes this method so effective. This also reinforces why consistency is so key. You must repeat this process each night before sleep, allowing the subconscious to be consistently exposed to these new beliefs. And the more you repeat, the more powerful the reprogramming and the faster your reality will change. And you see, the power of these techniques is why they do not want you to know about them. They want you to believe that your reality is dictated by forces outside of yourself, when in fact, you are the one who holds the power to create your own destiny. Because if you understood that your own inner world is the true source of creation, you would be completely free. Now, let's move into how to take all of this knowledge and put it into practical application and establish a clear framework for using this band prayer. I will outline the 21-night commitment or a similar time frame, which serves as a catalyst for reprogramming the subconscious. It's not about doing it once and expecting miracles, but it's about establishing a consistent practice that strengthens the new beliefs you are planting. This is how you create new neural pathways in the brain, by consistently reinforcing new patterns. Choose a specific time, preferably before you go to sleep, as that is the time when your subconscious is most open to suggestion. This is what we've discussed as the state akin to sleep. And by using the prayer at this time, you are allowing the new beliefs to settle deeply within your subconscious. And this is why they do not want you to know about this, because it is a way of bypassing all external authorities and showing you that you have the power to change your life and that you do not need to rely on anyone but yourself. This 21-night commitment, or a similar time frame, is simply a way to establish a habit, a way to reinforce these new beliefs so that your reality can begin to change. It's not about forcing something to happen. It's about creating a fertile environment for your desires to manifest. The consistency is what is important, not the difficulty, and this highlights the importance of repetition. Repetition is the cornerstone of habit formation, and the same is true for reprogramming your subconscious. The brain learns through repetition. It forms new neural pathways by reinforcing patterns over and over again. And these patterns are what determine the reality that you experience. Think of it as creating a new path in a field. The first time you walk through it, the path is barely visible, but the more you walk it, the clearer it becomes, and the easier it is to follow. The same is true for your brain. Each time you repeat the prayer, each time you visualize your desire, you are reinforcing the new pathway, making it easier for your brain to accept it as reality. This is why it's essential to be consistent with your practice. A single use will not create lasting change. It's the consistent application of the method that truly transforms your subconscious and in turn transforms your reality. It's like planting a seed. It needs constant nurturing to grow and become what it is meant to be. And this is also why they do not want you to know this, because they want you to give up easily. They don't want you to know that it's consistency that creates change. They want you to believe that you need some magic formula or external validation to be happy. But the truth is, all you need is to access the power that you already have through consistent action and belief. Of course, there will be times that you struggle with this process, times where you may miss a day or feel like giving up. But know that this is a natural part of the process. The most important thing is that you don't allow these small setbacks to derail you. Persistence is key. It's the ability to continue even when the results are not immediately apparent. Think of it as planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You simply trust the process, knowing that it is growing beneath the ground. The same is true for reprogramming the subconscious. You must trust the process and continue to reinforce the new beliefs. They want you to give up when things get difficult. They want you to believe that you don't have the power, that you're a victim of circumstance. They want you to stay stuck in your old patterns, but you don't have to. You have the ability to reprogram your mind, to create new neural pathways, and to ultimately create your desired reality. It takes time, it takes patience, but it is possible. And this, again, highlights the powerful connection between the state akin to sleep, the prayer, and the subconscious mind. The commitment to consistently using the prayer in the state akin to sleep is the key to unlocking its power. This is when the subconscious is most receptive to suggestion, and this is when the new beliefs are most deeply imprinted. And you don't have to worry about doing it perfectly, as the subconscious does not judge. It simply accepts what is impressed upon it. This is why the process is so powerful. It works even while you sleep. By repeating the prayer and visualizing your desire before you go to bed, you are effectively programming your subconscious throughout the night. And when you wake up, you will wake up with new beliefs. They don't want you to know that this can be so simple. They want to keep you in the cycle of doing, instead of accessing the power of being. Because when you shift into the state of already being who you want to be, you have direct access to that reality, and you no longer need any external validation or approval. You become the master of your own destiny. And finally, let's delve into the idea of letting go, which is not passivity, but active faith. Letting go does not mean giving up, but releasing your attachment to the outcome. After you have done the work, after you have impressed your subconscious with your desired reality, it is time to surrender to the process. It is not your job to force the manifestation to happen, but rather to trust that the subconscious is working behind the scenes to bring it into your reality. Clinging to outcomes actually hinders the manifestation process. It's like planting a seed and then constantly digging it up to check its progress. This sends a signal of doubt and fear to your subconscious, and this interferes with its ability to bring your desires to fruition. The universe responds to your inner state, and if your inner state is one of fear and anxiety, then that is what you will manifest. Instead, you must embody the feeling of already having your desire, and then surrender it to the universe. knowing that it will come to you in the perfect time and in the perfect way. They don't want you to know this secret, because if you did, you'd be truly free. This is why so many people try manifestation, but are not successful because they are constantly pushing and they do not know how to release. And this concept of letting go is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and active faith. It's about trusting that the universe will provide without obsessing over the how or the when. It means knowing that you have planted the seed and that it is growing even if you cannot see it yet. It's the unwavering belief that your desires are already on their way to you and you are simply aligning with that reality. This is the paradox of manifestation. You must have intense focus and dedication, but then you must also have the faith to release your attachment to the outcome. This is what separates those who are successful with manifestation and those who are not, the ability to surrender to the process and simply trust that it will all work out. And this is not easy. It takes consistent practice and a conscious effort to release the fear. But when you do, you become a magnet for your desires. You allow the universe to work through you. You finally understand the difference between controlling and creating. You are creating your reality with your beliefs, while surrendering the how to the universe. The key to understanding all of this is that fear and doubt are more powerful than any prayer or ritual. If you are using the prayer with an underlying feeling of fear, you are effectively sabotaging the process. This is why it's so important to align your emotional state with your desired outcome. It's not just about saying the words, but embodying the feeling of having already received your desires. And this is the hardest part for most people, as the subconscious often resists change, and old limiting beliefs try to creep back in. But you must remain persistent. You must remain consistent. You cannot allow doubt and fear to be more powerful than your intention, because if you do, you will not see results. You must reprogram your subconscious, not just with the words, but with the feeling. They don't want you to realize that your emotions are more powerful than any external ritual. They don't want you to be the master of your inner state. They would rather you continue to struggle in doubt and fear. Because as long as you are stuck there, you will never understand the true extent of your power. And this is the underlying reason why these methods have been hidden from you. And this is why many systems encourage dependence on external validation, so you don't discover that your power comes from within. They want you to look for the answer outside of yourself, instead of realizing that the answers and the power to create your life is already within you. They want you to believe that you are not capable. They want you to believe that you are not worthy, but that is a lie. And this banned prayer is one of the many tools that will help you to see through that lie. The idea of needing external validation is a trap designed to keep you dependent on external systems. And while we might think that we are separate from this system, the system exists within us until we choose to step outside of the cycle. The moment we choose to look inward is the moment we begin to take our power back. And as we already know, this inner power is a direct threat to those who benefit from our lack of awareness. When we see that external power is merely a fiction, that all of our power resides within, we begin to become truly free. This is the key to understanding why this banned prayer has been hidden from you, because it shows you that you are not at the mercy of external circumstances, but rather, you are the creator of your own destiny. So now, as your subconscious is being reprogrammed, you may begin to notice subtle shifts in your perception, things that were not there before. Pay attention to the new opportunities, the unexpected synchronicities, the solutions to problems that suddenly appear out of the blue. These are the signs that the prayer is working, that your subconscious is starting to align with your desired reality. You may find yourself in the right place at the right time. You may meet someone who can help you. You may stumble upon a solution that you've been searching for, and this is because your inner state is starting to be reflected in your outer world. But don't get stuck on these things. These are simply byproducts of an inner shift. This journey is not just about manifesting material things. It's about personal transformation. It's about aligning with your authentic self. And this brings us back to the idea of the kingdom within. the idea that you already have everything you need inside. You just need to align yourself with it, and that alignment is what the prayer creates. And they don't want you to realize this. They want you to look for power outside of yourself, and not realize that the true power always lies within. And this brings us to the idea that these external shifts are not new, but your perception of them is. The world has always been filled with opportunity and abundance and solutions to all your problems. But your inner state, your limiting beliefs, have been blocking your ability to see them. It's like wearing glasses that distort your vision. And when you begin to reprogram your subconscious, it's as if you take off those glasses and you finally see the world as it truly is, full of opportunities. And so what appears to be a new opportunity is simply your perception has been altered, and therefore you begin to recognize all that was already there. This is the power of inner alignment. It allows you to see the world with new eyes. You begin to realize that the miracles were always present. You were just not aware enough to perceive them. And you begin to realize that your inner world is the mirror, and the outer world is simply the reflection. The more you change within, the more the outer world must change to align with your inner state. The band prayer is a tool to help you do this, to help you change your inner world, so you can begin to create a new outer reality. And this is precisely what they don't want you to know. That the power to change the world is always within you. Because ultimately, this process is not just about manifesting things, it's about personal transformation. It's about cultivating inner peace, confidence, and the ability to navigate life with resilience. It's about aligning with your true self, the version of yourself that you always knew you could be. And when you align with this version of yourself, then everything else begins to fall into place. This journey is about more than just attracting your desires, it's about becoming a better version of yourself. You not only attract your desires, but you become the type of person that has the ability to sustain them. This inner alignment is what brings lasting happiness, because it's not about the external achievements, but about the transformation that occurs within you. You change your beliefs, you change your perspective, and in turn, you change your reality, and that is what true power is all about. And they don't want you to be this version of yourself. They don't want you to be aware of your inner power. But this band prayer is one of the many keys to unlocking that version of yourself. And you see, this process comes full circle. The external changes that you will notice are simply a reflection of the inner alignment. Your inner state, your beliefs, are what create your outer world, not the other way around. And this understanding is a powerful tool for reclaiming your power. It allows you to understand that you are not a victim of circumstance, but rather a creator of your own destiny. And it brings us back to the core principle of this video. They want you to look outside yourself for power, when all of the power you need is already within you. And this band prayer is one of the many tools that you can use to reclaim that power. The prayer itself is not some complicated ritual, but a simple and effective method of programming the subconscious. And because it is so simple, it is often overlooked. The simplicity is the power. And this is what they don't want you to understand. It's not about the method, it's about the understanding that you hold the key within yourself. And remember that this band prayer is not some complex or difficult technique, but a simple, accessible method that anyone can implement. It is not about long rituals or some magic formula, but simply about consistency and commitment. You simply repeat a few phrases with intention and feeling in the state akin to sleep, and over time, your subconscious will change. And when your subconscious changes, your reality must change to reflect that inner shift. This is all it takes. This is all that is required. And that is what they don't want you to know, that you have the power to create the life that you want, and that you can do it through a simple method. And now, before we move into the call to action, take a moment to envision your desired reality and how you would feel in that reality. Allow that feeling to permeate through you, because when you use the prayer, you must do so from the perspective of already having what you desire. And it is this feeling that will allow the band prayer to work at its full potential. This is the first step to creating the life you want, to shifting your reality into alignment with your desires. And now, I want to prepare you for the call to action, because you are about to take the first steps towards a new reality. Stay with me, because next we will move into the call to action. So, before I fully reveal the significance of all of this, let's bring all the pieces together and understand how the band prayer, the power of the subconscious, and the state akin to sleep are not just separate concepts, but a unified method for transforming your reality. Neville Goddard's teachings reveal the immense power of the subconscious mind, a realm that shapes our reality based on our beliefs. This band prayer is designed as a direct tool for reprogramming this subconscious, a series of specific phrases that target the core limiting beliefs and install new empowering ones. And the state akin to sleep, or SATS, is a powerful portal that allows us to access the subconscious most effectively, bypassing the critical conscious mind and allowing for direct implementation of our desires. You see, the secret was never in the individual parts themselves, but in how they work together, how they synergize to create a powerful process for internal transformation. This was always about the union of method and intent, and when these concepts combine together, you have the key to changing your entire reality. The process isn't one-sided, it's a complete circle, working in harmony to produce a desired outcome. Now, let's fully address the question of why they don't want you to know about this powerful method. It's not about some grand conspiracy, but rather about the inherent nature of power structures, because systems thrive on keeping people unaware of their true potential. If everyone understood that they have the power to control their subconscious through techniques like this band prayer, people would become less reliant on external sources of authority. People would realize that they don't need to be told what to think, feel, or believe. People would realize that their power lies within, and this is a dangerous concept to those who benefit from keeping you in a state of dependence. This method bypasses the need for intermediaries, for religious institutions, for political systems, for external gurus, and it puts the power directly in your hands. That is why this secret has been hidden, and why it's been kept secret for so long, because those who seek to maintain control do not want you to realize the vast potential that you possess, and they certainly do not want you to understand how easy it is to change your own reality, because if you knew, things would be very different. And this brings us to the core realization that your external reality is nothing more than a reflection of your inner beliefs, a mirror that shows you what is happening in your subconscious mind. The band prayer, combined with visualization in the state akin to sleep, is used to shift your inner world, and when your inner world changes, your outer world must change to reflect that. And when you understand that external events in your life are simply a manifestation of what you hold true in your subconscious, it allows you to understand the importance of taking responsibility for your beliefs, and that you are the creator of your experience. No longer are you a victim of circumstance, but rather, you are in the driver's seat of your own life. You understand that your power comes from within, and that you are not at the mercy of the external world, but rather, the external world is at the mercy of your internal state. You see, you are not a puppet in a play that you did not write, but rather, you are the author, the director, and the main character of your own story, and your inner state is the script. This understanding completely shifts your perception of reality and removes the feeling of powerlessness. And this transformation in perspective is the ultimate goal, to realize that the power to create your reality does not come from some external source, but from within you. This band prayer is simply a tool, a key, for unlocking that dormant power, a way to access the potential that has always been there, waiting to be awakened. By understanding how to use the power of your subconscious, you are not just changing your life, but you are fundamentally changing the way you perceive the world. You see that you are not just at the mercy of your environment, but you are an active participant in its creation. You begin to understand that the world is not happening to you, but rather, it is happening through you. You realize that you are not a victim, but a creator. The world is your canvas, and your mind is the brush, and you have the power to create the life you desire. You move from feeling helpless to feeling empowered, and this shift in perspective is the most important part of this entire process. And when you know this, the world begins to shift to meet your expectations. Now, let's place all of this within a broader context by recognizing that these principles are not new, but rather are reflections of ancient wisdom and spiritual traditions. These concepts of intention, belief, and inner alignment have been around for thousands of years, repackaged in different ways, but always pointing to the same core truth, that our inner world is what shapes our outer reality. Neville Goddard's contribution was to interpret these ancient truths through a psychological lens, showing how we can consciously utilize these principles to create the life we desire. Neville revealed ancient knowledge. He didn't create it. He showed us how to use the power within, and that all the power is internal, not external, and that there is nothing you need to seek outside of yourself to have the life of your dreams. He made these concepts practical, and he showed how to implement these principles into our daily lives, making them accessible to anyone, regardless of their background, religion, or beliefs. This is all about claiming the internal power, which is always within you, patiently waiting to be awakened. And this connects directly to the biblical archetype parallels we discussed earlier, the concept of the kingdom within and the power of the word. These are not just religious concepts, but powerful metaphors for the nature of consciousness and its ability to create reality. The kingdom within is not some abstract spiritual concept, but a way to understand that your inner world is the source of all creation. And the power of the word is a reminder that our thoughts, our beliefs, our affirmations have the ability to shape our reality. When you speak with intent, and when you believe that the words are true, then they become true in your experience. These concepts highlight that the real power lies within, not in external rituals or external figures, and that the external things are merely reflections of your inner state. They point to the simple truth that your reality is a result of your internal beliefs, and that when you align those beliefs with your desires, then everything else will simply fall into place. And that external methods are not needed to access your true power, as your power is always within you. And so, when you truly understand these core principles, when you understand this hidden knowledge, you claim a level of freedom that you may have never thought possible. You are no longer at the mercy of external systems, no longer trapped by limitations that you have accepted as true. You are finally free from the belief that you must rely on anyone or anything to achieve your goals. Because now you know that all the power you need is already within you, patiently waiting to be used. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You have the ability to create the life you want. You are now in the driver's seat of your own destiny, and you are finally free to change the course of your life. You finally know that you do not have to be subjected to the whims of fate or the manipulations of others, and you have complete control over your reality, because you have control over your inner world, and that is all that matters. This in itself is true freedom, and this is the knowledge that they don't want you to possess. And so it's clear this core teaching is not just about a prayer, but about a method for personal transformation. It's a system for shifting your inner world, which in turn transforms your outer reality. The prayer itself is just a tool, a way of accessing the power that is already within you, and it's in combination with the other concepts, such as the visualization techniques in the state akin to sleep, that makes this such a powerful process for changing your reality. It's about aligning with your authentic self, with the version of yourself that already possesses your desires. It's not about changing who you are, but rather becoming who you already are by releasing the beliefs that have been holding you back. It's about recognizing that the external rituals, the external authorities, are not what will create lasting change, but rather the shift must come from within, and that you are the only one that can make that shift. Now, as we come to the close, let's put together all of the pieces of this puzzle and see the complete picture. The band prayer, in combination with the state akin to sleep, is not just some random technique. but rather a specific method for reprogramming the subconscious mind and aligning with your desired reality. The prayer serves as a seed, planted in the fertile ground of your subconscious, and when used with intention and feeling during that powerful state akin to sleep, you are effectively rewriting the script of your reality. You are reprogramming the subconscious mind. And by consistently repeating this process, you are not just changing your thoughts, but you are fundamentally changing your beliefs, which is where true transformation occurs. The key is to bring all of the elements together: the prayer, the state akin to sleep, the visualization, and the letting go. And when you do, you have a powerful system for manifesting your desires. You have finally unlocked the secret. And remember that the external world is nothing more than a mirror of your inner world. It is always reflecting the beliefs that you hold in your subconscious mind. So, the changes that you will experience are simply a reflection of the inner work that you are doing. When you use this band prayer to change your beliefs, you will see a shift in your external reality. Opportunities that you never noticed before will begin to appear. Problems will start to resolve themselves, and you will begin to live a new reality. But know that these external changes are simply a byproduct of the inner transformation, and that by changing your inner world, the outer world must follow. Because the outer world is always responding to your inner world, like a mirror to its reflection. And so, when you change the reflection, the mirror must adjust to match. Your external world is simply a reflection of your internal world. And when you change your internal world, you change your external reality. So, let me now fully answer the questions that we posed at the beginning of this video. The idea of living a life that was decided for you, and the question of whether you could truly create your own reality. The power to create your life has always been within you, but now you possess the key to unlock it. The band prayer is not some magical incantation, but a method, a tool for bypassing the limitations of your conscious mind and accessing the infinite power of your subconscious. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a puppet in a play you didn't write, but rather you are the creator of your own destiny, and you have always been. The power has always been within you, and you were never separate from it, but you just didn't know how to access it until now. And this method shows you how. Because this method works by changing your inner world, and therefore changing your external reality, it shows you how to align with the life that you have always desired. And so, with this knowledge, with this method, you now possess the key to your own transformation. You are no longer bound by the limitations of your past. You are no longer a victim of your environment. You are no longer trapped by your fears or doubts. You now have the power to reprogram your subconscious and create the reality that you desire, and that is real power, true freedom. This is the secret that they don't want you to know, because if you truly understood the potential that you hold within, then the world would never be the same. You see, you are not powerless. You have the ability to change anything that you do not like about your life. You are finally equipped with the tools to reshape your reality and to become the person that you have always wanted to be. And now that you know this, you have the ability to finally take control of your life. Now, before we move into the call to action, I want to pose a few questions that will encourage you to explore this further. What else is possible when you understand that you have the ability to create your reality? What can you accomplish now that you have this knowledge? How far can you take this understanding? How far can you go? What is the limit? These questions are designed to encourage your own exploration and growth, and to never stop looking for new ways to evolve your consciousness. The answers lie within you, and this practice is simply a tool that will help you unlock that potential. And you might just surprise yourself at what you are truly capable of. What new realities will you create for yourself now that you hold this knowledge? And with this understanding, it is clear that these principles can be applied to every area of your life, to your health, to your relationships, to your career, to your overall happiness. There are no limits to what you can achieve when you understand that your inner world creates your outer world. And you see, this band prayer is not just for one specific situation. but it is a powerful tool for transforming every aspect of your life, and you are not limited by what you have experienced in the past. You can create the future that you have always dreamed of. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not bound by limitations. You are a powerful creator, and there are no limitations to the potential that you hold within. So, what new realities will you choose to create? Now, let's move into the call to action. I want you to commit to using this banned prayer every night before you go to sleep for the next 21 nights. This commitment will serve as a catalyst for reprogramming your subconscious and will allow you to see the initial shifts in your reality. And then, after you have completed your 21-night commitment, come back to this video and comment below with the phrase, "I am ready," so that you can publicly declare your intention to transform your reality and to signal to the universe that you are taking the steps to consciously create the life of your dreams. Let this be the beginning and not the end of your journey. And I am excited to witness what you create. And finally, I encourage you to continue your own personal research, dig deeper into the teachings of Neville Goddard, and explore other spiritual concepts that resonate with you. This is not the end of your journey, but the beginning, so continue to learn, continue to grow, and continue to explore. And remember that the power has always been within you. Use it wisely, use it with intention, and create the life that you have always dreamed of and the one you deserve.